He pointed up. Good morning, Breaking Edge Outdoors. This is going to be a very informal hunt. It's like 1 minute to shooting light. We're just getting ready to go out. Nobody's in a big hurry. It's partially my fault. But it's late season. Freezers are full. So this is kind of more of a fun hunt than anything. We're going to go sit up and see if we can't catch us a deer on film. And after that, we're going to walk around and look for a few squirrels. I got old Patrick Doty with me. There he is. But we're going to go get set up and we'll start talking to you later. The absolute best part about hunting late season is there's leaves all over the ground. And it's super crunchy when you're walking. Probably should have gotten in here about a half an hour ago. But like I said, both of our freezers are full. Patrick had a real good weekend during the antlerless only firearm season. I had a real good season during our, well, I guess it's still technically archery season. I've had a good bow season. So this is a pretty informal, just kind of fun hunt. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Alright. Trying to get to where the camera light can actually see and pick up a little bit. I'm set up down here in the same spot that I shot my little 9-point during archery season that I didn't get on camera, unfortunately. But we're actually just right down the hill from my stand. It's right up there. This is that public land spot that you guys have seen. My stand is literally just right there. And when I brought Pea Shooter out here, you guys have seen that video. We had had that buck encounter. We were sitting just right up the way from there. I'm not entirely happy with the spot. It's really open. So when the sun comes up a little bit more, I might move. Actually, I'm definitely going to move because the little bit of a breeze that's coming through, it's coming over my back right shoulder and blowing right towards the direction I'm anticipating deer to be coming from. So we are going to be moving. It's a nice chilly morning. It is. It's currently 26 degrees. It's chilly. We're going to sit tight here for a few minutes and I'll flip the camera back on whenever we get moved and show you what I'm looking at. Alright guys, now that the sun's up a little bit further and I can see a little bit better, I fired up the wind checker and the wind's actually blowing like straight in front of me with where I'm set up. This is about the only little bit of cover that I've got right here. So I think I'm actually just going to stay put right here. As long as nothing comes in behind me, because as you can see, it's pretty open right here behind me. I've got these two little trees right here that has cover. Oh, I got another one right here. But I don't have a whole lot of cover from the west. Typically down here though, I've not had a whole lot of deer come from the west. It's a very quiet and calm morning. So I don't want to, that's part of the reason why I don't want to move. Because every little movement I make is going to make a whole lot of noise. Even the ground that I'm standing on that doesn't have leaves on it is crunchy because it's cold. The top layer is starting to get a crust on it. I almost forgot to mention, I do got my recurve today. I've got a couple Black Eagle arrows with Magnus broadheads on them, Magnus stingers. I've also got me a couple flu-flus. Since this is an informal hunt, whatever comes across is probably going to get an arrow flung at it. Unless it's a little buck. But anything else, I'm going to try and take a shot at. As long as it comes close. Well, update and time check. There's nothing to update. It's cold. 7:43. Patrick's covered up in squirrels. I think we're going to stand here in this spot for about another 15-20 minutes. If we don't see anything, Patrick and I are gonna link up and do a little squirrel hunting for a little bit. Then I'm gonna try and talk him in and go and get some coffee, which I don't think is gonna be that hard to do. Being cold is really zapping my batteries. Alright, it's about 20 after 8. I'm gonna go link back up with Patrick, and I don't know if we're gonna go ahead and try and do some squirrel hunting out here, or if I can talk him into going and getting a cup of coffee, because I'm cold! One way or the other. We'll be with you in a minute.
We're hiding that fucking tree.
Alright, we found Patrick. I went ahead and left my bow up in the truck. We got his 22 out here. Let's see if we can't get something falling down on camera. There he is.
Fucking shooting under? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can't hit them little shits.
Started moving back down. Now I lost him. Squirrels are hard to film. They're hard to find. And then they don't hold still long enough. They're sneaky little guys.
Yep. I wish I'd come back to this tree right here. I need them closer.
This tree here was the one that you're out and full of.
What?
This big tree right here in front of us is the one that you had him in. The dead tree. Oh, there he is.
This one down here, the cottonwood. Where'd he go? There he is. Where the hell over there? Right across that bottom.
So squirrel hunt was kind of a bust. We only saw a couple. Well, after I got joined back up with Patrick, we only saw a couple. Dadgummit, it is cold. And then my camera died. That cold just really zapped my batteries out this morning. In more ways than one. We got done there and went home, got a few things done, ate some dinner, and now I'm gonna run out here on
my private ground and check out my trail cams, see if we got anything exciting on those. I'm pretty sure we should have come squirrel hunting out here. So I've already walked past about 15 of them, and I just now got inside the tree line. Probably should have just went ahead and sucked it up and brought my bow. Sat out here and hunted this afternoon. But I didn't. I still got a few other things at the house I need to get done. Deer season's kind of the time of the year where I neglect everything. So there's that. But thought I'd bring you guys along as we check these trail cameras. I'll be back with you in a second. Last time I came out here and changed the cartridges in these cameras, I brought this camera out, but I had absolutely nothing exciting, to make a video out of, and I don't want to post content just simply to post content. But you guys have all seen this before. This is that hillside, that the top of the bottom that I'm hunting. Here's where I got a trail camera set up. You can see it blinking there. And right here, I should have spun that camera around earlier this fall. But I got this little bitty cedar tree here I don't think it's fresh, like been freshened up for a while, but it is new this year. Here's a little bit of a bigger cedar tree. It's got a good rub on it too. There's a couple other small cedars scattered throughout the top of this. After next weekend, I'll probably get up here and walk around a little bit more. I try not to be up here too awful much during season, because they do run this. I mean, I don't know how well it's going to show on camera, but that's a very clear path right here, where they run across here. That camera right there that we just checked has been a very productive camera as far as picking up pictures and lots of recon. Alright, let's get down here and grab these next two. That little scrape that I had a camera set up on, taking video, it's dried up. It's not been used in a while. It's covered in leaves, which it's the end of January, middle of January right now, so I'm not really surprised by that. After this weekend, there's only one more weekend of deer season left for a few months. I'm actually going to take the camera and move it and put it on a different trail. Here. Guys, it's hard being fat. Okay, this is the trail I was looking for. Right here on the side of this tree. Man, the camera looks like it really flattens it out. I'm really out of shape. But we're going to find a spot with this camera. Okay, got that camera set up in a new spot. There's some trails kind of coming up through here, which this one right here, oh yeah, that's deer. You see those deer tracks right there. They were cutting through, going right up through there, through that narrow gap. Hurl. And it's pointed right at the trailhead as they're going to come into this tree line. Stuck again. Ooh, that hurt. I think this here's another well-used trail right down through here where they come up and down. So we'll see how that one does. We'll come back out in a couple few weeks, pull the SD cards again, see what we can see. But for now, I'm gonna head back to the house and plug these cards into the computer, see what we got. Don't have super high hopes, but but it's always exciting to see deer, whether it's big bucks or does and fawns. Bobcat tree. Doesn't look like it's been hit for a while. Actually, last time that I pulled the cards, but they weren't on there. So that's exciting. Alright. We'll be back with you in a few. Well, went out and checked those trail cameras. Got back home, plugged cards in, checked the cards, and there's some excitement, and then again there's no, it's trail camera checking. Unfortunately, our bobcat is back, as long as old Mr. Wiley Coyote. Got him in there a few different times. But we did have a couple. We're still getting bucks on cameras up there, which is kind of surprising. I don't usually have any this late. I'm almost wondering if one of the couple does that I've got out there didn't end up getting bred. I'm not entirely sure. It's January 10th, so it's pretty late in the season here for Illinois. It's just unusual. That area doesn't hold bucks from usually March until September. All I'll catch is a doe and whatever fawns actually hung around and, you know, survived and whatnot. But that was really about it. Just a few bucks, a couple of those that I've generally have, and coyotes, bobcats, and I had about 300 videos of old ring-tailed cats and squirrels and possums and what have you. Not exactly what all we were wanting to see, just wanted to see horns all the way across the screen. Normally I wouldn't have posted this video because there's just not a whole lot in it, but we want to get more content out for you guys. Don't really want to sacrifice on quality of what we're actually putting out, but we want to get content out. It's not always going to be the greatest, not always going to be the best, but it's going to be something. But anyway, if you made it this far, thank you very much. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the view. Go ahead and, if you would, like this video. Drop me a comment. Let me know how late you've seen bucks still being bucks around the does. Go ahead and ring that little bell and hit the post notification. That way you'll know when we upload. We will have more exciting content coming up. We're getting close to 3D season. We're getting close to fishing season. So there will be more coming up. Thanks for watching.